What's up, nerds? So today, having a nice look at the Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus. And this has been a figure that I have been praying and wishing for ever since they released those atrocities in Earthrise and Earthrise and Siege, I believe. For me, this is the definitive Ultra Magnus. I would even go so far as to say better than the masterpiece in some regards. Like any figure, it does have its issues. Now, just before we begin, let's have a nice look at some of these details here, shall we? So as you can see, lots and lots of molded in detail there. So much going on. Everything comes together nicely. Now, for anyone who hates gaps in their figures, this is going to drive you nuts. Don't know how well you can see it there, but those hands are visible from the back. Doesn't bother me too much because I don't display my figures in any mode facing the wall. But such lovely detail on this. Nice Autobot logo right there. His missile launchers. They do come in two separate pieces. The cab at the front. Now, just right off the bat, when I got this, it was, and this is one of the first flaws that I was talking about. If you actually look very closely at the windows, you'll notice there are no windows. It is missing its windshields. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that is a minor complaint, but still, would I have preferred to have the glass in there? Of course, because as you can see, the side windows are included, but for whatever reason, straight out of the box, the front ones were missing. But a minor complaint. Now, another one, and unfortunately it is an issue that is still going on. I don't know how well it's coming across on the camera, but the hinge here, you can see it's starting to yellow already. Hasbro, you really need to get the finger out on this and start using better plastic production. Yellowing is just becoming atrocious. I've seen figures from the 80s and 90s that are still going today and still look pristine. This is not acceptable. But I digress. So, Ultra Magnus in his vehicle mode. And for comparison, we have Earthrise Optimus Prime, which for me is the definitive Optimus Prime. And actually, in that vehicle mode, I think they scaled pretty damn well there. For me, that works. Now, obviously, Prime's trailer needs a lot to be desired. Better trailer, hopefully. But when the Commander class version of that figure comes out, it is going to be untouchable. I can feel it. And we also have Studio Series 86 Blaster. Sorry, no, not Studio Series. Earthrise Studio Series Blaster. Might as well be, like, that is a class figure as well. But this one is Studio Series 86 Perceptor. And he does come with his accessories. So, some for robot mode and some that can be used in robot and vehicle mode. So for the vehicle mode, as you seen at the start of the video, you have his blast effects. So it's the same ones that came with the Commander class Omega Supreme, I believe, and I think maybe Skylinks. I'm not 100% sure on that one. And the same one that came with Commander class Rodimus Prime. Just as you can see, done in different coloration. So you have the grey blast here fading out into the orange tips. And just like with Rodimus Prime, Mega Supreme and Skylinks, they do separate. So you do get some good display options there with that. And display options are always good. So without further, before I continue, sorry, apologies, is missile launchers. They are separate. They are packed separate as well. And as said, they do come in 2 pieces. Now that we have all that out of the way, let's get down to transformation. And the transformation on this guy, it's nearly like they took it straight from the masterpiece. I'm not gonna lie. So, first thing that you want to do, let me just raise the camera up here a bit. Move in there a little bit as well. Give myself some space to work. So, raise the camera too much there. Sorry, everybody. So, as I was saying, first thing that you want to do is remove his missile launchers. Just put them off to the side for now. It's still too high. There we go. That's much better. You can see everything now. Yay! So, after you remove the missile launchers, just get these panels on both sides, push them in. Get these panels here on the sides, just rotate them back and flip that panel down. Do the exact same thing on the other side. Next, you want to just come back here and actually, no, sorry, you have these tabs here on both sides. You want to remove them and then just slide those tabs back and push them down like so. Oh, and actually, while I think of it, something that I forgot to show off just before we got into the transformation, the back ramp here does actually come down, so you get some nice details on the inside there. And because he is a car carrier, his arms do go down, so you can accommodate cars driving up. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any figures right now that would be able to fit within him, but he can hold up to about 4 cars at a push. Anyway, I digress. So where was I? Don't want to use the come undone just yet, so we'll put these back up. So next, what you want to do is just come around to the front, separate the arms, round to the back, separate the arms, and then just fold that out to the side like so. So he's starting to have that exploded look. So we'll leave the arms there for now. Next, what you want to do is get these panels here, just flip them down and they'll just soft tab into place there. Separate the legs. Then you want to get this section here of his foot, rotate that back on a nice clicking ratchet, nice ratchet. Same on the other side. Make sure that those tabs are down, just all the way up. You want to maneuver, what the hell was that? Maneuver his arm out of the way, and these wheels here, just one little push and snap them up into the foot like that. I do like how that works, and I think that is actually so much better than the way the Masterpiece does it. No need for full wheels or full parts. Everything is exactly as it is. Now, for the, why is my tongue not working today? For the back of the legs, the knees, you can see how they are compressed down here. So what you want to do is just start maneuvering them. It is soft tabbed in, but just maneuver it like that. And you can see the clear difference in height there. do the same on the other side, like so. Now, for his butt flap, that is tabbed into place, but as you transform it, it will come undone anyway. Now this is where we do have to raise the camera up, because he is becoming a big boy, as MGO likes to say. Maybe I'll start doing my own mascot skits. Credit to MGO for it. I would never do that to you, MGO. I would never steal your bit. So, before you get... Raise the camera up a bit more. There we go. So before you go about getting... Yeah. It's never easy. Before you go about getting this transformed up, you want to get his waist piece here. Flip that down, and this I find is the perfect time to get this bit out. So just get your finger in from the back, literally right there at the side, and you just push it out. No need for tools, spudgers, nothing. And with the greatest of ease, this thing's going to make a lorry on me now. There we go. Flip that down like that. Rotate this bit around, come round to the back, and just push that down and flip these wheels in, just like the masterpiece. So let's just get these out of the way so he can stand. So at this point, what I like to do is bring these panels back. No, sorry. No. You want to start getting the cab transformed up. So to do that, just come to the front here. Just start untabbing that. Again, with the greatest of ease, and just bring forth like so. Come to these side panels here, and they tab in very securely, but just push them out to the side like that. Get this piece here, and you can see how, like I was saying at the start of the video, it's missing the glass. Post the tab in right there, but what can you do? Anyway, just rotate that piece in, and oh yes, you want to get these wheels here, just flip them in like that, bring this piece all the way around to the back, just like that, and then these side bits will just come to the side, and you have a little tab slot connection. Not, you can't even see that, sorry. So you have a little tab and slot connection there that the side pieces will go into on both sides. Yeah, just bear with me while I maneuver around a tiny bit. Give myself some more room to operate. MGO, I swear, I'm not trying to copy everything you say. So, where was I? Yes, so with that done, bring his chest piece down and just get it out of the way, get it ready. And you want to, sorry, too early. There's an order of operations. Just pull his head back ever so slightly, because it does tab in. Rotate this bit around. You'll get this piece here. Just bring that all the way through. That will form his back plate. Get his head, push it up, bring all this down, and the back, you have a tab right here that will go into a slot right there. Just bring that down, tab that in nice and securely. We're nearly there now. And at this bit, just get the smokestacks out of the way. Bring this down, push the smokestacks back in, bring the chest down, give it a nice click, and then click his chest into place there. And then next, just start to shrink down his arms. So you want to bring that in like so. No, I tell a lie. You want to bring that in and then flip this bit out, which will tab onto the side there. Same thing on the other side. Bring that back, flip that out, tab it in, and now you can start getting the arms orientated. So just bring this flap forward while at the same time accordion the shoulder piece down, and again you have a tab that goes into a slot there and a tab, as I bump the camera, that goes into a slot right there. So just push them in nice and securely. Same thing on the other side. And at this point you want to rotate the arm up. Now, assuming that things didn't come undone on the arms, what you have to do next is get these two tabs, pull them to the side, and then rotate the arm down. Oh, before you do, you have to get this bit, flip it out to the side, because that way you can actually stick his missile launchers on. Then rotate the arm up, bring it all the way down, tab it in just like that. Bring the camera down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Next, just open this panel up and flip the arm guard up to the forearm. Close it up just like that. Then you get this red panel here. Flip that down to the side and that will tab in right there, nice and securely, which will hold the entire shoulder piece or shoulder assembly in place. And then just repeat all that on the other side. So get that tab or panel, flip it around, and actually bring this red tab down now, because that will help keep the shoulder in place a lot easier as you're transforming. Now bring the arm in, click it in place, and as you see, this is what I'm talking about. These pieces, as you're transforming him, they can become loose and untab, but that's okay. Bring them to the side, open this up and flip this up, tab it together. And for the final touches, it's not Ultra Magnus if he doesn't have his shoulder launchers. So just tab them into place right here and right here. And there you go. Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus. And this figure is phenomenal. It is the Ultra Magnus that we deserve. The Ultra Magnus that we have been waiting for God knows how long now. Now, as we take a look at some of the detail on this guy, they did not skimp at all. They got everything looking just absolutely amazing. Now, I know in promo shots and pictures, even in this video, he does look fairly wide, and that has been a complaint that some people have had about this figure. But I tell you for a fact right now, in person, this just looks the part. He looks so well proportional. I can't speak, I really can. But he looks so well proportional. Nothing feels awkward, nothing feels out of place. He is just phenomenal. So going over articulation, his arms on a nice ratchet can do a full 360. They can go in and out to a good degree, 90 degrees there. His elbows get 90 degrees rotation there as his arm panel opens up, and again on a nice ratchet. His hand can open and close, but it is a little awkward just because of the way this piece is. But you can rotate and you can get a full 360, but just be mindful because you can push that panel out of the way. His fingers are articulated, so the index finger, separate piece, has a hinge at the base and a hinge right here, and then these fingers are just molded together, but again, hinge at the base and a hinge right here. His head can do a full 360, but you do have to maneuver a little bit just because of the way all this has been done. He can look up massive amounts. So if you wanted him in any kind of flying pose, not that Ultra Magnus ever flew, but hey, it's your toy, do whatever you want. He does have waist rotation, full 360. His legs can go all the way out, can only go back about that far. Knee bend, slightly over 90 degrees. Move the hip skirts out of the way and the legs will come out just under 90 degrees, nearly do the full splits. His feet can rotate, or ankle pivot, only that much, but that's more than enough you need to get some decent poses. No forward or backward at the foot, which is a bit unfortunate, but considering everything else that this figure does, I have no problems with the limited rotation or articulation in his feet. No problems whatsoever. Now this guy is packing in feet. Oh, and he also has a bicep rotation, but mine is a little stiff going this way. It doesn't really turn in, and to be honest, I'm afraid to force that to go in because I don't want to break anything. But you do get some bicep rotation there. It is on the mushroom peg. Now, as I was saying, this guy is packing with features and so much playability. So much playability. The first thing, and also another accessory, one of the accessories I was talking about for robot mode, is in the chest, and this I thought was just brilliant. When you lift this up and just bring it up, his chest springs open straight away, and as you can see, he does indeed have the matrix of leadership as I drop it. And it is the same matrix that came with the Earthrise Optimus Prime. Gap at the back there. Now actually, is this Blush compatible? Oh, it is. That's cool. I actually didn't know that. So he can actually light his darkest hour. Just a quick note as well, with the Matrix, because of the size of it, unfortunately, he is not able to hold it. You can see it's just way too small for the size of his hands. And it just tabs right back in there with the greatest of ease. Now you do have to hold these panels shut when bring that closed, but it will stay closed nice and securely. And for the other accessories, you do get his two blasters done in I believe they're done in clear plastic but painted over with a nice kind of purpley lilac colour, but has a nice metal sheen to it, and this one the exact same. And of course these are Blush compatible. And as I bump the camera again, and he can hold these very securely in either hand. Now they do move somewhat freely side to side, but he is not going to be dropping them anytime soon. And as you've seen at the start of the video, you can use his Blushes for his two rocket effects, which I think was just a Genius idea. And for weapon storage, you have 2 tabs on his back, one on his arse plate and the other one right on his back there. So the smaller gun is what goes into this tab with that, or this slot with that tab, and then the bigger gun with that tab into that slot there. And as you can see, they actually store pretty securely. And from the front, you don't really notice bar the bigger gun right here. So you can get some excellent poses with that as well. Show off one here very quickly. So you just take this, get this piece of the bluche, stick the missile tip in there. Do the same on the other side, and you can use any amount of these bluches that you want to create the effect. And that there, I think that just looks class. Really gives the effect that he's firing them off. Chef's kiss right there, Hasbro. Chef's kiss. But that's not all. They did indeed, because he is the 86 Studio Series Ultra Magnus. If they gave him the Matrix, then they had to give him something else. A good death. Yeah, that's right. This guy can be blown apart. And it's brilliant and disturbing at the same time. Now to do it, you do have to, for the arms, you do have to come back around here. Lift the arm up like that and you'll see this tab right here, which is very similar to the Combiner Wars tabs, but I've tried it and unfortunately they are too big. And it is a bit difficult to get out. Let's see if I can get this going there. There we go, that's the easiest time that I've ever had getting that off. And that's how you get them off. So be back in a sec and I'll show you exactly what this looks like. And we're back. So just to show you, as you can see, I already have them ripped apart, but you can, for the legs, the tab is just right in there and the legs are a bit more secure and hard to get off than the arms, but it is doable. And there you have it, Ultra Magnus, after being blown to bits by the Decepticons. And I thought that was just class. And if you wanted, because the cab section is completely removable from the rest of the trailer, you could have him truly blown to pieces. So for comparison, here he is with the Earthrise Optimus Prime, which right now I think is the definitive Optimus Prime, my opinion. Here he is with the Earthrise Blaster, and I'm calling this now. I think they're going to use that mold for the Studio Series 86 Blaster. But if they do, please, for the love of all that is Primus, give us a rewind or eject that is not clear plastic. But I digress. And here he is with Studio Series 86 Perceptor. So that has been my look at this Studio Series Commander Class 86 movie Ultra Magnus. And this guy is just amazing. Hands down, easily my favorite Ultra Magnus ever. As I said earlier, I would go so far as to say he is even better than the Masterpiece figure. Yes, I do have a couple of issues with him. Missing window for one, yellow in plastic already. But they are minor things that do not take away from my enjoyment of this figure at all. Do I recommend this figure? Hell yes. Should you go out and buy this figure? That's not the question. The question is, why have you not already bought this figure? Is he worth the asking price? 100,000 times yes. Now, I got this guy here in Ireland for, I believe it was €150. But obviously different regions will have their own prices. Still worth it. The only thing that's going to be better than this figure is potentially the Commander Class Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. But we will have to wait and see for that. Anyway, this has been my review at the Studio Series Ultra Magnus. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the follow, like and share buttons. And stay safe, stay nerdy.